Unidentified aerial phenomena are a potential national security threat. They need to be investigated, and many threats they pose need to be mitigated.
10 of our nuclear ICBMs were rendered inoperable. At the same time, a glowing red orb was observed overhead.
There are a number of events in which we do not have an explanation, and there are a small handful in which there are flight characteristics or signature management that we can't explain with the data that we have.
All right, that was from yesterday's UFO hearing, which was the first in more than 50 years. Look who is here. Michio Kaku, ace physicist, joins us this morning. All right, Michio, right from the start, is there something out there?
Well, you know, 50 years ago, people concentrated on eyewitness accounts by members of the public who said they saw something in the sky. That's not enough. Now we have hours of videotapes of seasoned Navy pilots documenting things that can now be analyzed frame by frame. These objects, whatever they are, can travel between Mach 5 and Mach 20. That's 20 times the speed of sound. They can zigzag and maneuver, creating G-forces several hundred times the force of gravity. They can drop 70,000 feet within a matter of seconds. And get this, they can even swim underwater. And so we don't have technologies capable of doing any of these things. Now, we do have hypersonic drones. In fact, the Russians are using these hypersonic drones against the Ukrainians in their battle. Now, however, these drones cannot do the kind of gymnastics that we see these objects doing. So right now we are clueless as to what could be behind these objects, given the fact they seem to exceed the capabilities of our finest craft.
But doesn't that imply that there must be something out there, because we cannot explain the movement of the craft, which we see by military observers on camera frame by frame? That must mean that there is something out there.
Well, that's a possibility. The military laid out five alternatives. The fifth one was other, and other includes extraterrestrial visitation.
Okay, one last one. If we did make contact with aliens, we really did make contact with aliens, should we be told about it?
I think we are mature enough to be able to understand the implications. It would be one of the greatest turning points in the history of humanity if one day we find conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations in our backyard in the Milky Way galaxy. So I think that we have Hollywood movies that point in a certain way, but I think that we're not politically ready for it. I think our politicians are dragging their feet. They're sitting on a pile of videotapes that they have not yet released. Okay. And I think the government knows a lot more than they let on.
Shalom. Barak YAHAWAH, Barak YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well, who taught me this truth. No respect and salutations to the fellow Ahtham, the house of David, the hopefully elect. This is your brother YAHAWASHI from the Birmingham branch, coming to you again with another lesson. And the video you just witnessed is pretty much these heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. They have no explanation for what's being observed. All right, countless of arrows, countless of footage and videos that haven't been released yet shows you that the Lord is visited in this place. All right. So you're gonna know when the chariots pull up. They already here. But when they manifest themselves, all right, other than apparitions and sights, when you actually see the lasers coming out these chariots, you're no longer going to question, all right, that this place is being haunted. Okay? We're going to start off, rightfully so, in the book of Zechariah. All right? Chapter 5, starting at 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. That what the scriptures are speaking of are those chariots, the host of heaven. All right. It says, for everyone that stilleth should be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. So you should know who the thief, the robber is. You should know who the false swearer is. Esau Edom. For once, when his inauguration come around, all right, every president or Congress, whatever that's sworn in, they put their hands on the word, on the scriptures, all right? On the back of the dollar bill, they have what? In God we trust, all right? This is a liar. This is a false swearer, man, all right? This is a thief. He stole the lands, removed the landmarks, removed the names of that land, okay? Matter of fact, let's get some. We'll come right back. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus Sirach. Let's go to the book 36 and 26. It reads, "Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth whatsoever the night taketh him?" All right, and you have to question yourself, well, who is this thief that is well appointed? It's Esau Edom, and he was appointed by YAHAWASHI, all right, through the Heavenly Father, to be a vagabond, to be a fugitive, to be a wanderer, to be a servant, all right? The one that skippeth from city to city, all right? The one that has no house, but he called his houses and his names by other nations' names that he have beguiled and overthrew by the sword. This is a true vagabond. You can find that in the book of Genesis. I want to say the 4th chapter. All right, when after Cain slew Abel, all right, he told him what? Around the 4th chapter, he told Cain that you're going to be a vagabond, and a fugitive, roughly paraphrasing. So we know who this thief is. So that takes us back to what? Zechariah 5, okay? Verse 4, "And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." It's well fitting. All right, this place has been visited over and over, many times by the angels, many times by the chariots, many times by people who would perceive to be UFOs or aerial phenomenons, right? It says, "And into the house of him that sweareth falsely," there it is, "by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of the house, of his house," all right? This Basra, okay? Idumea, Edom, all right? Which is the modern day US of A, Babylon the Great. It says, "And shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof." You see that? The Chariots is going to do these things. For you people that have no explanation for what's taking place on the planet Earth, according to the Chariots, pursuant to the Chariots, that we know of as the angels, all right? You people are going to badly lose. You're going to get your ass handed to, man. Malachi chapter 3 and verse 5. "And I will come near to you to judgment." That sounds like they pulling up. When the Chariots pull up, man, what are you gonna say? The lingo with Jake these days is the ops gonna pull up. You drop the pin to let your ops know where you're at. Suddenly, the enemies, the adversaries are right up on you, man. Well, hey, the Lord has a methodical way of going about his business. There's an order set up. Okay? Let's continue on. It says, "And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers," main corporate, "and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages," all right, "the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts." So we're looking at the witches and the warlocks as the sorcerers, okay? We're looking at the adulterers, this filthy, adulterous generation, not only our people, but the corporate himself that allows you to carry out your wildest, lustful fantasies. The false swearers. Hey, a lot of people like to say, "On God, on God, on God." That's just a little tidbit there. and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. So the Lord has covered all spectrums. Okay? He has covered all spectrums. And if you're on that side of it, you're going to be what? Cut off when the chariots pull up, man. Let's go to the book of Joel. All right? This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 11. It says, "And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army." See, again, it's a methodical way about the Lord. He tells you what he's about to do before he do it. All right? He's the only power, all right, in heaven and in earth that gives you a reason. All right? He gives you a reason on why judgment is coming down. He gives you a reason on why the rewards will be issued out the way he issue them out, whether it be good or whether it be bad. All right? Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. All right? You play righteous games, you win righteous prizes. You see that? It says, "And the Lord, YAHAWASHI, shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide by it?" As the scriptures say in the Apocrypha. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and find it. All right. I think this it here. Can't even spell, can I? Pow. Der. Okay. Yeah, 16 and 11. All right. And again, you heard the man, the ace scientist there, the ace physicist that thinks he knows all, but he has no idea about, identifying the chariots. Okay. Which they probably do. Nevertheless, they want to keep you docile Babylonians, all right, in oblivion. Okay? If they let you know the truth of what's really taking place out there, all right, you people are bug out. 2nd Ezra 16:11, it says, "The Lord shall threaten," and this is what that ace physicist said. Seems like a threat, right? It says, "And who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?" Who, man? Who gonna abide by that? By that fire, by that flames, okay? Which he come to execute, man. All right? Point blank, period, man. And the Lord is going to threaten. He's going to threaten with all, man. And how do you change a element of water, mass to powder, man? All right? By extreme fervent heat. All right? Whether it be from them ICBMs, all right? Or the lasers from the chariots. You see that? Let's go to the book of Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. All right, starting at 16. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout." So this will be an aerial attack. When you descend, you coming from on high. Right? And what have witnesses been witnessing these last few years, man? At an abundance. It has what? It has turned up. Right? They have been witnessing aerial phenomena. Right? And throughout all the decades, for that matter, from George Washington, all right, all the way up to the Biden administration, they have documents of seeing these unidentified flying objects. All right, which we're letting you know we're setting our face against Mount Seir as commanded, and letting you know what they are through Scripture, through the Spirit. 1 Thessalonians 4:16, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." The ones that died in his truth, all right, the ones that that died in the faith, all right, they're gonna rise first, man. Okay, it says, "Then which we which are alive and remain, the ones that endure to the end, right, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds." All right, the clouds symbolic for what? The chariots. All right, the covering, the cloak of those chariots. It says, "To meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words, letting you know we do have an escape plan. All right. And the escape plan is by the way of the Spirit, all right, through the scriptures from YAHAWASHI, from his father Yahweh. Okay. Those that he have given his son, all right, those the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi himself, have kept. You see that? And it's a fight on this side. Let's go real quick to Zechariah real quick. All right, chapter 9, verse 14, it reads, and the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, shall be seen over them. Again, this aerial attack, which it happens before. All right, as in 2 Kings 6. All right, I think around the 16th verse, there'll be more with them, with us than there be with them. Elisha understudy, went out to spy the enemy and seeing that their army, all right, they was greater than what we had. But matter of fact, we'll come back. Let's just go ahead and go. I think it's 2 Kings 6. Yeah, let's start at 14. It says, therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about, so surrounded, right? And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? All right, even within this, there's order. That servant called him the master, right? So there's an ordering thing, just to throw that out there. Verse 16, and he answered, fear not. All right, this is the master telling him, fear not, right? For they that be with us are more than they be with them. You see that? And what is they that be with us? Let's read. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots and fire round about Elisha. You see that? So the Lord is going to fight for us, man. All right? If we hold fast to this truth, let's get something to back that up real quick. We'll come back to Zechariah. Let's go to the book of Sirach, or Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 28. All right, letting you know that the Lord is going to muster the host. He's going to fight our battles, right? He always has. Strive for the truth, Ecclesiasticus 4 and 28. Strive for the truth unto death, right? Endure hardness as a soldier, a good soldier at that. It says, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So we really don't have to pick up any type of finger. We don't have to sneeze loud, all right? Scriptures say strive for truth. You know what I'm saying? When you lay it plain on tables, as simple as that is, all right, what more do you want? You see? So let's go back. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 14, and it reads, and the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. Pew, pew. All right? And the Lord power shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. You see that? So the Lord is going to come down, all right? He's going to pounce upon Idumea, upon Esau, upon the heathen, upon the wicked, all right? And he's going to do the bidding of what we have been preaching, what we have been saying before these things take place. And we only saying it by the way of what? The Holy Scriptures, man. All right? Like just like in the book of Maccabees, 2 Maccabees 5, man. That word apparitions. Let's go get that. We're going to get a few words and we'll close it out. All right? Let's start at the top. Because, again, these chariots are not something new. These UFO phenomena, area phenomena are not something new. This is something that has been going on, all right, since the conception, all right, of Earth, man. You know, these are the signs that we shouldn't be dismayed about. 2 Maccabees 5 and 1. About the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt. And then it happened that through all the city for the space of almost 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air and clothing of gold, and armed with lances like a band of soldiers. Now, would you think the mind of a modern day man right now to think horses are running in the air? All right, you have to put yourself in a visual aspect. This is why this doctrine is hard to believe. The testimony of YAHAWASHI is hard to believe. The same way YAHAWASHI was taken up, the same way he's going to come back on this place, man. And that's what? Riding on the chariot. Right? Horsemen running in the air. Who have heard such a thing? All right? Those are these chariots, or these aerial phenomena that these so-called expert scientists can't figure out. Right? Let's continue. And troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another, with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords and casting of darts. All right, all-out war, all-out battle. It says, and glittering in golden ornaments and harness of all sorts. Right? This is the point. All right, verse 4. Wherefore every man prayed that apparition might turn good. Because if you wasn't on this side, all right, pertaining to the truth, YAHAWASHI, all right, and you only, you have to be an Israelite of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? If you're not on that side, you're going to get cut off. This is why they was praying for that apparition to turn good, man. You know? Get a few words right quick, man. I already got it up. Apparition, supernatural, all right? Appearance or manifestation. Hey, that's the spirit called Allah. Yahawah said, hey, these chariots are going to manifest themselves. All right, they're not just going to be a ghost-like, sighting or just a gleam of lightning. And you're going to be very sure, all right, that the Lord is on top of the biggest chariot that you ever seen, and he's going to have a host of chariots whooping ass, man, and not taking names because they're not written. It says, again, supernatural appearance or manifestation. All right. Let's see. Attendants. Servants. That's beautiful, man. Okay. So with that, we're going to go to hunt. And I said this place is being hunted. Okay. We're going to get another word after this. It says, not the verb. I want the noun. All right, hunt. This is the 1300s. It says place frequently visit. All right, and you see that by the thumbnail, that this place has been frequently visited by the chariots of Yahweh Bahasham YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, let's continue. The meaning, spirit that hunts a place, ghost. You see? A spirit that hunts a place, ghost. Right? One more. Evocative. Let's see. There we go. Boom. Matter of fact, that's not what I want. So Salakia, going back. To hunt, all right, which we see here, a place frequently visit, okay, visited, you see, and that's AKA, this is America, AKA, Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures, man, right? Let's see, we got apparition, so let's close this out of the book of Jeremiah, all right, 49 and verse 8, and it reads, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And the Lord is truly, indeed, is going to visit Esau, Edom, and he's going to bring that calamity, all right, by the way of those ICBM missiles that are going to be shot off to the four corners of the earth, and also by the chariots which have weaponry that is uncanny. And this is why these the host of Yahweh Bahasham YAHAWASHI can maneuver, hit certain types of Mach speeds within a matter of milliseconds, you know, can go up on the, submerge up on the water, all right, fly throughout outer space, man. There's no limit, all right, to the technology, if that's even a word in the realm of heaven that we can use. There's no limit to the Lord's ability to maneuver, the one that created all and is all, man. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying and to the point and comforting. On to the next one.
What is that? Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, that is bizarre, dude. Like, what's going on, man? Like, there's one circling. You see that one circling over there? And then they go away.
See, like, it almost looked like how they had like the small lights on it.
Yeah, like, what is happening?
But yeah, look at it turn on behind there.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how they're circling so close.
Yeah, what is going on there?
Whatever's trailing behind them just disappears.
Yeah, then it's gone.
That's bizarre. That's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that in my whole life.
What the heck is that, man?
Wow. I'm glad other people noticed it as quick as I did.
Yeah.